Kings and Queens, this is the Overseer, and today I'm going to be giving my review of the 3-star human creatures. I'm going to keep it nice and short. Let me know if you want me to go further on any of these creatures, whether you want to know what skills I would meld onto some of them, or what I would use them for in niche decks. Please let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more from that. There are 11 human creatures in deck heroes, and they are the Archmage, the Border Ranger, the Creatureinal, the Devotee, the Divine Knight, the Empire Guard, the Flame Mage, the Flame Witch, the Phantom Rogue, the Pious Warden, and finally, the Royal Griffin. Let's get on to the first card. The first card is going to be the Archmage, which I personally would not recommend. She's running Cloudburst 5, which deals 125 magic damage to only 3 of the enemy creatures, not even all, and has a 45% chance to inflict paralysis, not even freeze. So, overall, I would not recommend that particular talent. Next is Stab Through 5, which deals 75% of basic attack damage dealt to the enemy hero. I would prefer Stab Through 6, which you can get on a different creature. Let me know, guys, if you want to learn more. Consecrate 6, which increases the attack against mortal creatures by 90%. Overall, I would not recommend this card. However, I would recommend the next card that's coming up, and that is the Border Ranger. So, Battleblow 2, Assassinate 5, and Sweeping Blow. On a 3-star monster, I would highly recommend this card, as you can raise the Battleblow further, making this card actually deal insane damage for a 3-star creature. Now, yes, you have to meld this in order for it to get to that point, but it's worth it, trust me, especially if you're running Stab Through on it. It's going to deal insane damage against Grimoires. The next runner-up is the Devotee, which I would say is a niche card. I will get to in further what I mean by niche in a second here. He's running Bless 6, which restores health equal to 1.2 of your hero's max health, plus 300, capped at 1,000. And Consecrate 5, which increases the attack of the card by 75% against mortals. And Sage Advice 6, which increases HP and max HP of your other human creatures by 300. Now, 2 of these abilities are great. 1 is not so great. Now, there are ways to make this card work. However, I would say this card is overall niche. It's mainly if you want to go for a human healer deck. Moving right along to the Divine Knight, which again is another niche card. It's rocking Battleblow 4, which grants a 50% chance to increase the attack by 80%, Immunity 5, which grants a 50% chance to negate any non-direct damage of all talents and skills, Counter 5, which deals a counter attack of 100 damage after taking a basic attack. Now, yet again, like on the Devotee, the Divine Knight is a niche card. It has 2 great skills and 1 not so great. The 1 not so great here is the Counter 5. Now, Immunity 5, Battleblow 4, you can increase those and actually make it a pretty good card for a level 3. However, that Counter 5, you would be best putting on certain talents to be able to make that work. Now, next on the line is the Empire Guard. I don't recommend this card. It's rocking Battleblow 6, which grants a 50% chance to increase the attack by 100% for basic attacks. Reflect 3, which reduces magic damage received by 15 and returns 15% plus 90 direct damage back to the attacker. And Retaliate 5, after taking a basic attack, deal 100 direct damage back to the attacker and any adjacent creatures. Another one I do recommend is the Flame Mage. It has Incinerate 4, which deals 120 through 200 magic damage to 3 random creatures. Summon Wild Pyre 4, which activates Pyre 4 when played, which deals 120 through 200 magic damage to all enemy creatures. Cloudburst 6, which deals 150 magic damage to 3 random enemy creatures, and it has 45% chance to inflict paralysis. Now, Just like I said for the first card, the Cloudburst necessarily doesn't make it a good card. It's good early game, it's good late game because the Alchemist exists. Now let's continue on to the Flame Witch. She's rocking Meteor 2, deals 60 through 100 magic damage to one enemy creature. Now, just for that, I really do not recommend this card, because you'll see why. It's also rocking Blaze 2, inflicting burn on all enemy creatures. Enemy creatures will receive 40 direct damage at the end of their turn. And Incinerate 5, which deals 150 through 250 magic damage to 3 random enemy creatures. Now, she has a slow burn with a single target magic damage, and she's rocking Incinerate 5. She's not really having anything for defense. There's nothing really to offer with this card. I would prefer this card over her anytime. Now, that's the Phantom Rogue. She's rocking Assassinate 3, which deals 90 direct damage to enemy creatures with the lowest HP, Dodge 4, which the creature has 40% chance of not being harmed by basic attacks, and Battleblow 4, which grants a 50% chance to increase attacks by 80%. Now, Dodge is what's going to make this card good, and Battleblow is just going to be a little bit spice on the cake, and Assassinate 3 is okay, but Pick Off would have been better. Now, moving right along, we're going to move to a little bit worse of a card, the Pious Warden.
So, I personally do not recommend the Pious Warden. It's rocking Weakness 5, which damage from a basic attack reduces the enemy creature's attack by 100. It's also running Reflect 3, which reduces magic damage received by 15% plus 90 direct damage back to the attacker, and Consecrate 5, which increases its attack by 75% against Mortys. This card's honestly not that great.
So I'm going to move right along to the next card, which I also personally don't recommend. It's the Creatureinal. He's rocking Consecrate 4, which increases the attack by 60% against Mortys, Cloudburst 5, which deals 125 magic damage to 3 random enemy creatures, 45% chance to inflict paralysis, yet again, not freeze, Counter 6, which deals a counter attack of 120 damage after taking basic attacks. I'm not going to touch any more on this card, so I'm going to move right along to the Royal Griffin, which I personally also don't recommend. It's good in a way, but it could be better. It's rocking Summon Thor's Rage 2, which, when played, activates Thor's Rage 2, which deals 50 magic damage to all enemy creatures, and has a 35% chance to inflict paralysis. Rebirth 2, which gives it a 30% chance to return to your hand if it's destroyed, and it will return to your deck if there's no room in your hand. Now, Reflect 3, which reduces magic damage received by 15% and returns 15% plus 90 direct damage back to the attacker. Now, on paper, it sounds good, but I personally recommend that you try other 3-star monsters that I will get to in the later videos. Kings and queens, that's going to do it for this video, so let me know down in the comments below what you want to see, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.